Terry.
This
And
is
I'm
Kaya.
Kaya.
And I wanted to make sure the video had started. We received a request for a gentle or slow flow yoga practice, and it sounded really good to us today. We are going to be moving through kind of a cozy yoga sequence that you can do anytime that you feel like you need to unwind or de-stress or nourish your body. So hope you'll join us and that it feels good. Let's start in a Shavasana type position. Sending your legs out in front of you, your arms open beside you, palms facing the ceiling. You can take a moment here to close your eyes or to soften your gaze at one spot above you. Relax through your forehead and through your jaw. Notice if you're clenching at all through the back teeth, or if your tongue is touching the roof of your mouth. If so, try to create some space there. Tucking your chin in slightly towards your chest, and then drawing your shoulder blades to meet underneath you. So your chest is open. Your arms and legs really heavy here. Fingers and toes relaxed. Start to notice how you're feeling today. Taking an inventory of your body from head to toe. Noticing areas that might need just a little bit extra attention, kindness today. Begin to deepen your breath. So no specific way that you need to be breathing. Just finding more active, intentional breath here. Drawing long, slow inhales, filling up. And deep, full exhales, emptying out. With each inhale, feeling that breath rise through your body, through your chest. And with each exhale, feeling your back body sink deeper into your mat. Take a couple more breaths here. And then once you're ready, start to make some really small movements, wiggling through your fingers, through your toes, beginning to roll out through your wrists, through your ankles. Just taking your head from side to side here, feeling the back of your head massage against your mat. And then taking a full body stretch, reaching your arms up and overhead, sending your legs out long in front of you. This is kind of what I would call the good morning stretch. It's that first stretch in the morning where you create that length through your upper body, through your torso. And then with your next exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest, hands meeting your shins, and creating a ball shape here. You have the option here, if you want to lift your head, your neck, your shoulders off the mat, tucking your chin in towards your chest, pressing your low back into the mat. And if that just sounds too active right now, you can drop your head back and stay just as you are, hugging the thighs in towards the upper body. Just going to gently shift from side to side here. Feel your low back massage against your mat. Taking that full breath in and a full exhale out. And then taking your hands behind your thighs, begin to rock and roll gently, taking a couple if you want here, or simply coming to a seated position right away. And sitting up nice and tall. Again, closing your eyes if that feels okay. If you'd rather, set a gaze just in front of your mat here. Drishti, focus at one spot. Feel your sits bones connect into your mat. draw length up through your spine. So even though we're moving through a slower, more gentle practice today, still really intentional movement, grounding down with each exhale, lengthening with each inhale, creating lift and opening through the upper body. And from here, tuck your chin in towards your chest. Start to feel a stretch through your back body, squeezing your shoulder blades down and back, letting your head drop heavy. Then let your left fingertips drop to the left side of your mat, pressing down into the earth, and take your right hand up and over towards your left ear, the left side of your head. That way you can just really gently begin to draw your right ear towards your right shoulder and create a nice stretch through the left side of your neck. Notice here, if you start to lose the breath, continue to create that deep breath in and full breath out. And then slowly switch sides, this time dropping right hand to the mat, to the right side of the mat, and left hand coming up and over, reaching for either the right ear or the right side of your head as you draw your left ear towards your left shoulder. Notice here, if you start to kind of cave forward through the upper body, continue to find the lift through the chest. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, releasing left hand down. So beside you, tucking chin in towards your chest. From here, we're just going to start to slowly take neck circles, dropping the head back, carrying it through center, and then sending it back again. You can go one way a couple of times, and then change the direction, or if it feels better to you, alternating sides here. And just noticing what feels nice in your body today, and creating that movement. And then slowly make your way back through center, tucking chin in towards the chest, bringing your hands to meet at heart center, bowing your head towards your hands, thumbs pressing into your heart. Allowing your mind, your body, your emotions, everything to kind of sync up here. And creating an intention for your practice from that space. You're just setting it to one word, one way of being that you want to create here today. Take a really deep breath in, exhale the breath out. Then interlace your fingers, press them forward out in front of you, and with an inhale, raise them up. With an exhale, tuck your chin in towards your chest, let your hands start to float down towards the mat. With an inhale, reaching up, and with an exhale, folding forward, creating that rounding through the spine. We'll take a few more just like that, moving with your breath, inhaling as you lengthen and rise. Exhaling as you round, tucking chin in. If you're really tight through the shoulders or through the chest and this doesn't feel good, you can also take the option
I have a cold.
of having your
I'll be
hands
right back.
drop down, inhaling to reach the arms up, and exhaling to drop the fingertips down. So maybe try each of those out, see which feels better for you today. And then take one more inhale where you are. And with the exhale, release hands down to the mat, finding a tabletop position. So you're going to stack your shoulders so that they're over your wrists. You're going to bring your hips so that they're over the knees. Take your time in setting up here, really spreading the fingers, the palms wide, pressing evenly through the tops of your feet, and then beginning to move through some cat-cows, inhaling as you stretch open, your gaze moving up, and exhaling as you ground through your spine. Each inhale, draw forward and lift through your upper body. And each exhale, round, drawing navel towards spine. Take 2 more, just like that. Allow breath to guide the movement here. And if you're used to doing more powerful yoga sequences like us, resist the urge to move quickly. Come back to a neutral spine. Bring the knees together to meet. Bump the hips over to the right. Take your gaze over your left shoulder. Peer back at your left foot. Inhale through center. And exhale, simply take it to the other side. Gaze over the right shoulder. Create softness in the elbows here so you're not locking out through your joints. And inhale back through center. From here, take the knees back out, right underneath the hips. Right hand coming down to the mat. Inhale, reaching the left hand up high. Exhale, loop your left hand underneath your right arm. Take your right ear and your right shoulder down to the mat. Your left hand going underneath, your right hand reaching out or coming to meet your low back. Press down evenly through the tops of your feet. Take a full breath in and an exhale out. And slowly come back to that tabletop position. This time your left hand coming directly underneath your heart. Inhale, reaching right hand up high. And exhale, scooping underneath, taking your right hand out to the side. Your left hand either reaching out in front of you or coming to relax on the low back. Find your breath here. Let everything surrender down to the mat. And come back through center, back to your tabletop position. And then from here, take your knees out wide, connect your big toes to meet behind you, and stretch it to your first child's pose. Different options here. You can make it a really active stretch if you really want to elongate through the upper body, feeling that deep stretch through your hips, through your spine, and your arms. Or if you're looking for something a little bit more gentle here, allow your arms to just relax into the mat, or even taking your hands back towards the heels, letting the shoulders drop, forehead meeting the earth or moving in that direction. Wherever you are, take your hands out in front of you, starting to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Press back through your left hip, feel a stretch through your left side body. Inhale, and exhale out. And then slowly walk hands through center and over to the left. Active or passive stretch here, whichever feels better for you. Press back through your right hip. Relax your face. And breathe. And slowly come back through center. And with an inhale, carry yourself back to that tabletop position. Mom's going to be leading us through the next portion of the sequence.
And I do want to apologize for my sniffles and my coughs.
Real life yoga.
Real life yoga. Okay, so bring your right foot up to your right, outside your right hand. And slide your left knee back. As far as it feels good to you, you really want to start to lower your hips here so that you feel on a scale of 1 to 10, about a 4 for a release. Just keep sinking down with your exhales, staying with your inhales. Good. Walk your right foot to the edge of your mat. Turn your toes out toward an angle toward the right front corner of your room. And then look underneath your foot. You can come onto your elbows if that feels good, or you can stay up on your hands. You can massage underneath your right foot. That's really a nice thing to do here. You know, a lot of times those of us that really like the powerful flow yoga also need the gentle yoga. We tend to like the opposite of what we really need. If we're go-getter kinds of people, sometimes we just need to stop and take it slowly. If we're really relaxed, easygoing people, sometimes we need the power. We need both, and so we encourage you to do both. That feels so good, I just stayed there rubbing my foot. Okay, so come on back. Okay, now, come up to a low lunge. And you can place your hands, you can interlace your fingers and place them on your right thigh. And then go ahead and bend your back knee. You may or may not be able to do this, it doesn't matter. You're just gonna reach your left arm back. See if you can grab a hold of your top of your left foot. Good. And then just give yourself a little quad flush if that works. If not, stay where Kate is. You're squaring your body to the front of the room. Release. And then just come into a pyramid pose or a front facing forward fold. Pop your back leg up. Take your feet hips distance apart. Press into both feet. Drop your head on an exhale. Slight lift on an inhale. Drop your head on an exhale. And you're just going to keep that going. Feel your feet heavy, deep into your mat. Let your head drop. With every exhale, let your head drop. Your feet are pressing down, your hips are pressing up, and your head's just dropping. It should feel really, really nice. Come up nice and slowly. Bring your left foot up. Take your right leg back. Moving into that really long, low lunge, dragging your right knee back behind you. Yeah, I feel it in my right hip flexor as I drop my hips. It's like I said, about a 4 on a scale of 1 to 10. You don't want to feel an 8 or a 9 here.
And we've mentioned before, each side is going to feel different. So we just carry different tension, flexibility, everything in each hip. So if each side feels different, you're not doing anything wrong. It's just kind of how the body works.
Right, and you just allow it to be that way. Walk your left foot out to the edge of your mat. This is my open side, so I can go ahead and come down onto my forearms on this side. Again, you're just moving on your inner arch with your left hand. Little reflexology. Dropping your hips, relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your neck, staying here, breathing into it, doing amazing things for your body, your mind, your spirit. Good. Come back to center, to that low lunge. Up nice and tall, pressing into both feet, top of your back foot, 4 corners of your front foot. And in this lunge, it's all right to let your left knee come out over your ankle. It's usually not a good idea, but in this pose, it's wonderful. Again, there's that option to bend through your right leg, press into your left leg, reach around, grab a hold of the top of your right foot, give yourself a little quad flash, or come out of it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And then you're going to press up to that pyramid, runner stretch, front facing forward fold. Lots of names for this one. Fold. Lots of names, but nothing to do but let go. Press back to a squat. We call that Malasana yoga. Ooh, heard some knee crack in there. Okay. Open your heart. Drop your seat. Set your gaze out in front of you. Find the stillness in your breath and your focus on your inhales and your exhales.
If your heels are lifted here, that's completely okay. It's going to have a lot to do with just the mobility and where your hips are today.
Okay, Kate?
From there, come back to a tabletop position. Drop the knees down, stacking hips over knees, shoulders over wrists. And just take a few rolling cat-cows here. So taking it from side to side, gently rolling out through your head, your neck, your shoulders. Take a deep breath in, long breath out. And then tuck your toes under, send it back to downward facing dog. We're not going to stay here long. Just pedal out the feet, bending one knee, bending the other. You can lift and open through the hips if that feels good. And then take your gaze towards your hands, start to walk forward, coming into a ragdoll at the top edge of the mat. So your feet are at least hip-width distance, maybe even wider today. Grab for opposite biceps. Bend your knees really generously. Let your head drop heavy. Shake your head no and yes a few times here. And then release your hands down to mat. Take your hands to interlace at your low back if that feels okay. If not, just reach back in that direction. With an inhale, reaching interlaced hands up towards the ceiling. With an exhale, letting your head drop. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, top of your head dropping. One more inhale. And with an exhale, release your hands down. Start to walk your hands over towards the left side of your mat. So your hands are going towards the outside of your left foot. Chin is tucking in towards your chest. Take a breath in. And with an exhale, release and start to walk your hands over to the right side. Just walking as far as it feels good for you. Gaze at one spot or your eyes closed as you breathe in. And exhale, release back through center. Heel toe your feet together to meet. And then inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Fold, exhale out. Slowly roll up on an inhale, one vertebrae at a time. And then reaching arms up and overhead. Gaze set up at one spot. Find a full body stretch here. And then interlace your hands, all except for your index fingers. You want your index fingers pointing up towards the ceiling. I have a tendency to want to lock my knees anytime I come up like this. So if you're doing that too, create just a little bit of softness through the legs. Lengthen up through the upper body. Breathe in. Exhale, dip over to the right. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, dip to the left. Inhale up to the right. Up to the left. Come up once more. This time open the arms up so your thumbs are reaching back. Your pinkies are reaching forward. You're finding just a slight back bend as you draw elbows back behind you. Take another breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes here, bringing your thumbs to meet your heart, tucking your chin in towards your chest. Take a deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale, reach your arms back up, and exhale, fold forward. This time, as you fold forward, feet can stay together, come to hip-width distance. Simply take your hands to the back of your ankles, your calves. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Release hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back, high plank. inhale here, and an exhale out. Then simply come back to your tabletop position, swinging your legs around and out in front of you. Sitting up nice and tall. Sit bones pressing down into the earth, toes flex back towards you. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. And with an exhale, fold forward. More of a passive stretch here than you would usually take.
Actually, even round your back a little bit.
Tuck chin in. And if that still feels too intense, you can bring more softness to your knees, kind of bend through the knees and actually bring your forearms underneath your legs. Wherever you are, find your breath. And then slowly roll on up. One vertebrae at a time. Bringing your feet together to meet. Knees out wide, sitting up nice and tall here. So your heels can be closer to your body or further away. It's kind of depending on where you are today. Hands reaching for the tops of your feet. Take an inhale, open. Exhale, flat back, coming forward to start out.
And it is easier with your feet out in front of you further.
So flat back on this first one, chest open, gaze set. Good, slowly roll on up. Take a deep breath in. With an exhale this time round.
It's a really good place to rub your arches again.
Yeah, if you want to take your thumbs to the arches of your feet. If it feels good, you can create a little bit of a sway here from side to side. Create your deep breath. And then slowly roll on up. Sending one leg in front of you, sending the other leg in front of you, and rolling onto your mat. Take your time. Once you've rolled onto your mat, hug your knees back in towards your chest. Roll from side to side. You can roll all the way to one side, back through center and all the way to the other. Or you can keep it more centered on the mat, just kind of shifting and swaying left to right.
Whatever feels nice in your body.
Then separate the knees. Take elbows to the insides of the knees, grab for the outsides of your feet, and take happy baby. You can straighten one leg and the other, and straighten both at the same time. Keep your chin tucked in slightly towards your chest, gaze up at one spot above you.
Relax your upper back.
Breath in, and with an exhale, release. Feet coming down to the mat. We're just going to set up for one bridge here. If you have a block and you want to set it underneath your low back, you can do that. Otherwise, with an inhale, lifting your hips up, taking your hands to clasp underneath you, tucking chin in towards your chest. Press your shins forward. Inhale, and exhale, lower down. Coming into Supta Baddha Konasana here, soles of your feet coming together, knees dropping wide. And bring your feet to the outside edges of your mat. Allow your knees to drop in towards one another. Start to windshield wipe your knees from side to side. Releasing the low back. Feeling everything settling into the mat here. From there, send your left leg out long. Draw your right hand towards your chest. Hug your right hand towards the center line. Then hug it over towards the right shoulder. Hug it in towards the center line and right shoulder. And then take it up and over across the body, supine twist. Left hand supporting that thigh. Right hand dropping beside you. Gaze either set above you, eyes closed, or your gaze can drop over to your right thumb if you want a deeper stretch here. With an exhale, release back through center. Send your right leg long. Hug your left knee in towards your chest. Flex your foot back towards you. And then work that knee over towards the left shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale through center. Exhale, left shoulder. Take it up and over, supine twist. Right hand supporting your top thigh. Relax into the mat. Soften your face, your neck, your shoulders. Breathe in. And with an exhale, release, sending your left leg long to meet your right. We're going to take one more full body stretch here, that same stretch that we took at the beginning of the practice. Inhale, reach your arms up. And with an exhale, release. Hands open beside you. Drop everything here. And either stay for a few moments if you have the time, or if you need to begin to move about your day, wiggle your fingers and your toes, roll through your wrists and your ankles. Then mindfully, intentionally hug your knees towards your chest and roll onto the right side. Use your right bicep as a pillow here. Take this time to acknowledge yourself for rolling out your mat, for tending to what your body might need today. And then gently press to a seated position, sitting up tall, keeping your eyes closed, getting length and opening through your spine, through your chest, hands dropping down on your lap. Take a deep breath in, fill up, open your mouth, exhale out. Inhale, fill up, and exhale, let go. Just bring your hands to meet at forehead center. Thank you so much for joining us, for sharing your time and energy.